Hi everyone, with you Dale. Our favorite game does not cease to please, and sometimes shocking news. And in this video we have Astralis scandal. BRO virus is somewhere around. Zonic, best coach of the worst team, the most expensive hire, or the return of the king. Chasing the favorites on BLAST. CS is a blood sport. Now it's official. G2 broke their kryptonite. No sooner had the incredible ESL tournament, which was won by the team NAVI, passed before our eyes, than the next big and important for cybersport tournament, Blast Premier. Fall Final 2024 has already ended. It started with a scandal around the team Astralis, which a week before the tournament replaced its player Alexander BGO with Casper Cadian, which is actually forbidden by the rules. In this case, the coach should replace him, but Astralis replied that BGO was sick and could not play. This decision caused a strong reaction among the captains of other teams who stood up in defense of BGO, who denied, by the way, his illness. It came to the point that all the captains except Leonid Chopper decided in protest, ignore the media day and did not come to it. Also, the captains wrote a big letter to the organizers in which they formulated their complaints. Blast promised to change the rules for next year and fined Astralis 25% of the prize money. Taking into account that the team left the tournament in last place, having won $10,000, the amount of the fine was small, only $2,500. Some funny memes started circulating in the community, and the player's illness was called bro virus. Apparently the noise was serious, because sometime later, the organizer of Blast officially appealed to ESIC, Cybersport Integrity Commission, with a request to investigate the emergency replacement of Astralis. See the promo code on the screen? Don't wait for a lucky chance. Luck is already on your side. Enter the promo code on our website and collect top loot from GGDROP. Have fun hunting, bro. But it was not only Astralis who had a disappointing tournament. The Falcons, under coach Danny Zonic Sorensen, were also knocked out of the group in last place, losing both of their matches. They also earned $10,000, which is rumored to be about the same as a week's salary of one of their players. So the cash from this tournament is obviously a bit thin for them. Back during the tournament, Zonic, the world's most decorated coach who has won 5 majors, said that this year was one of the worst years of his career. He noted that he has never had a successful first year with any of his teams, but this year with the Falcons was the worst. The first 9 months with the Astralis were a disaster. The same thing happened with Vitality, and now it's happening with the Falcons. For me, it's more of a tradition that the first year is always very difficult. It has to do with the fact that the sports psychologist and I are trying to implement a system. It takes time and requires the players to embrace it. In the beginning, it can seem a bit overwhelming, but history shows that there is always light at the end of the tunnel, said Sorensen. And it looks like the light at the end of the tunnel will try to light up for Zonic, the greatest player of the bygone era, Alexander Simpl Kostelev. It has been confirmed that Alexander is entering the second round in the Team Falcons, where he will come again on loan, this time for 3 months, until the end of the year. So the long-awaited return of the king, as JL dubbed it, will take place, and Simpl will play at the Shanghai RMR for the Falcons. He will replace Alvaro Sampaio's in the team, which means he will play his native role of a sniper. And who knows, maybe Simpl will once again turn the game around and we can cheer for him in the playoffs of a major. We'll see it all with our own eyes soon. It's time to get back to LAN. It's been my goal from the beginning to play at Shanghai Major, and while Simpl is packing his bags, his hometown team NAVI is showing impressive results. On September 22nd, after becoming ESL Pro League Season 20 champions, Natus Vincere won their 3rd trophy in 2024 and immediately entered the Blast Premier. In the group stage, they defeated our old acquaintances Falcons 2-0 and then outlasted G2 by the same score. The NAVI have a long history with G2. Nico Kovac's team has failed to beat Born to Win for more than a year, and the meeting between these rivals in the group stage of the tournament was the 9th consecutive loss for G2. The NAVI came out of the group in first place and went straight to the semifinals, while G2, who had also beaten the Falcons, advanced to the quarterfinals, where they defeated Team Spirit 2-0, sending the Dragons home. In the semifinals, the NAVI won a pretty confident victory over FaZe. Up to some point, it looked like a standard, beautiful, and competitive match. The first map was Anubis, Peak G2, and here Vitality took a confident lead, closing the map with a score of 13-9. However, Team Nico, who is in some incredible form, didn't think of giving up. The second map was Dust 2. It started out pretty close, but at the end of the first half of the Nico Kovac made -3 in 2 consecutive rounds, and the second pistol started with a score of 7-5 in favor of G2. Vitality took this pistol and then equalized the score, but then Monisi got involved and the total collapse began. G2 had 6 rounds in a row, and the fate of the semi-final was to be decided on the third map, Mirage. Here, all the most exciting and dramatic happened. At the score of 7-8, the main moment of the whole game took place. Vitality broke up G2 in the mid, and Nico was left 1-5. First, Kovac blows through Spinks, then wipes out Zyva in the window, picks up a bomb, and through the kitchen goes to B. Demolishes Mezzi, who didn't expect such a turn, puts a pack, and doesn't kill Apex in his back. A frustrated Kovac couldn't help himself and hit the table with such force that he broke it, nearly punching a hole in it. He shattered his arm and his blood was even left on Monisi's mouse. What a match! Vitality went to the map appointment at 12-9. It looked like it was game over for G2, and it was time for the manager to run for tickets home. But it's CS, and G2 turned the game around, went to the dopes, and won the map with a score of 16-14, securing a place in the grand final, and the opportunity to get revenge on NAVI for the whole series of 9 defeats. Once again, the two teams faced off in this tournament, this time in the grand final. For Born to Win, it was the 5th consecutive grand final in big tournaments. They had a series of 9 wins over G2. They looked like clear favorites. On the other hand, G2 had an incredible plus morale after a huge win over Vitality, and this played a decisive role. The fight was extremely intense, but this time the stars aligned for Team Kovac. 13-9 on Ancient, 13-11 on Dust. Then G2 lost to NAVI on Mirage 11-13 and ended this final on Inferno, winning 13-7. G2 broke the curse of NAVI and won Blast Premier, Fall Final 2024. No one beats G2 10 times in a row, said a jubilant Hunter as he raised the trophy on stage. A well-deserved tournament victory literally paid for in blood. And with you, as always, was Dale. Do not forget to put a like on this video, and of course, subscribe to the channel so as not to miss all the most interesting things. I'll say goodbye for today, and good game to everyone.